Morning. We've left Amiens. We're now at the British Cemetery. We're near Albert actually, but we're at Poziers. So the weather's nice, so we've stopped to check out the graves here. We'll look for the book first. Let's have a look and see if we've got one in here that we can, that's a list of where all the graves are. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if I can get in that one. There's no pen in it anyway. Let's have a look on this side. Bear with me. Oh, cemetery register. There we go. There we go. So this is what we're looking for. Is this. This allows you to put in your comments, and it looks pretty full. Obviously nearly all UK. Oh, there we are. Today's the 19th. You have to bear with me. So that's done. Put the bit back in the thing. Let's have a quick nosy around. I'll have a quick wander. It's kind of strange in a way that, I mean, the obviously the ones that say a soldier of the Great War are unknown soldiers. But they're always, look at that, it's perfectly straight. But you always seem to get like the odd one like this. But I don't know why. No, it's just there's quite a few Canadians here. I've noticed all the Canadian ones. The only thing I'll say about this is normally that is bang straight right the way through from one side to the other, but this seems to be down the middle, seems to be slightly offset. Yeah, Canadian ones look all marked. Some of these obviously been with the country's flag. The other thing that I quite like is if there was a VC winner in here, you'd have to find it. They don't get like a special privileged place, which kind of like really. So that's a bit strange. How them two are like together as if it's one grave. So I wonder if they died together next to each other, blown up or whatever, both died on the same day. I wonder if they could recognise the pair of them, but they were, I don't know, maybe their body parts were mangled together. I don't know. There's a special one there for Private James. Let me see and get a bit better view of by walking around. The outside area. feel like some people have been specifically for certain people. You get quite a lot of that, looking for what were relatives. Their name liveth forevermore. Strange, because some cemeteries are really big like this. Some of them are only quite small, might only have a few dozen, 50, maybe 100. And I think the smaller ones were pretty much where the hospitals were. You can find the graves by, if you were to walk down, like you got 4L, which would be this row, 3L on the side there. So if you looked in the book at the front, it would tell you where you can find that particular grave. But I do like the way that they're always beautifully kept. Fantastic. Okay, we're not far from a town called Bassy, I think they call it. That's not what this town is. I think that's one of the main towns. We're just up the road from there. It's just a stop off really. It's a free stop off motorhome park that the town have put on. There's water, emptying and fill station over there. You're allowed to stop here for maximum 48 hours. We're gonna go and have a look at a couple of cemeteries. Specifically, there's an Indian one from the Raj and a Portuguese one. I think it's the only Portuguese one that was on the Western Front. Now,
in 300 meters, turn right onto Rue des Charbonniers.
well, I have got it. Hey? Well, we're on our way again with the bikes. Couple of different cemeteries this time.
Turn right onto Rue des Charbonniers. Continue on Rue des Charbonniers for 1.5 kilometers.
Breezy. Yeah, apparently the Portuguese memorial is the only one, I think, that's here on the Western Front. The other one that's here is an Indian one, which is those that fought, I suppose, what would have been under what was the British Empire, as was the Raj. So, and I think it's a memorial to all those who were never found. So we'll see anyway. Forecast a bit of rain this afternoon, but we'll see. Headwind. I think these two that I've mentioned are next to each other. Proper breezy.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Rue du Bois, D171. onto Rue du Bois, D171. Continue on D171 for 1 kilometre.
Another one says St. Vast Military Cemetery, which is down the way we've just come. I must admit there are hundreds of cemeteries all over this part of France. At 17 kilometres an hour. Having trouble reading my screen, but best that I can make out, we're up here, just turn right at this roundabout. Get here, Christine. We're about to get wet.
In 200 metres, your destination will be on the right.
That wasn't too bad. Glasses are a bit steamed up. Okay, this is the first one.
Your destination is on the right.
Approaching. Stop here. says New Chapelle Memorial. So I think this must be the Portuguese one. I'll take my camera and let's have a look. Oh no, it says this memorial commemorates 4,700 soldiers and labourers of the Indian Army who lost their lives on the Western Front during the First World War and of no known graves. Constructed on ground where Indians fought during the Battle of New Chapelle in 1915. It also marks the exploits of the Indian Army throughout the Western Front. So let's have a look. Is it locked?
No, it's in the bathroom.
Yeah, so we're going to go in here and have a look. We've just brought the bikes through the gate. Christine's filling in the book. So this is the memorial to all those that died who have no known grave. We'll run round the names. I think they deserve that. Not going to read them all. So what have we got? Indian Army Reserve of Officers, they're all English, and then Southern Province Rifles, Royal Horse, Royal Field Artillery. So they've all got English names for which part they were in, like 6th King Edward's Own Cavalry, 5th Cavalry, 4th Cavalry. I think it might be easier if I can't read them out, but well, that's the sound of a thing. Was that 72nd Punjabis, 74th Punjabis? I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Okay, let's have a read of what it says. There's the bit in the middle that says their name liveth forevermore. You get that one, that says an awful lot. It says, to the honour of the Army of India which fought in France and Belgium 1914 to 1918, and in perpetual remembrance of those of their dead whose names are here recorded and who have no known grave. And then it's the same thing written in French underneath. Gurkhas here, look. Douglas, Gurkhas. And they have, there's a star in each of these at two ends on the floor. This is one of those that died in captivity and were buried at Zerensdorf near Berlin. Wow. Then we've got some Indian symbols. I don't know, I must admit, what these mean. And this here, It says 1914, France and Flanders, 1918. La Bassée, which is where we are. Ypres, Givenchy, Aubers, Bazentin, Morval, Messines, Guéjouvet, New Chapelle, Luz, Delville Wood, Armentières, Festubert, Saint-Julien, Somme, Flers Courcelette, Courcelette and Cambrai. So those on these walls here, this is to remember them. So they're the ones whose bodies were never found. Of those from the Raj. And it says, God is one, his is the victory. And then that's written in I don't even know what languages they are. I suppose there's this Hindu, Sikh, maybe. I don't know. I suppose it's a bit naive of me to not be able to recognise them all. But anyway, that was quite good. That's the other side of the thing. So it says exactly the same with the two. Lionesses, 1914, 1918, India. So that's their monument. It's a very, very short cycle ride to the Portuguese one. And I'm saying that, it is headwind. I think this is a Portuguese one. Yes. So this is the Portuguese cemetery. Their flag outside. A quick read of what it says. It says the Portuguese cemetery is a unique site in France under the authority of the Portuguese government. Land was acquired in August 1924. From 1924 to 1938 the War Graves Commission gathered 1,831 bodies from France, Belgium and Germany. In 1935 the wall, the monument door and the tombs were built with the materials imported from Portugal. It says in 2017 soldier João da Melda, who was shot to serve as an example on 16th of September 1917 and originally from Porto, was rehabilitated by the President. The site is protected as a historical monument. So he must have been shot for desertion or something like that. But we'll have a quick look around. Opposite is a chapel that was built for the Portuguese, for those specifically that suffered at the hands of the German call it onslaught, that's it, but the German bombing, shootings, whatever. We'll have a quick look anyway. It's probably locked. Yeah, it is. Be can't really see in, to be fair. Might just be able to make out a few bits and pieces inside. We'll go back across and have a look in the cemetery. The actual gates are quite good, I must admit. Quite impressed with the gates. We were going to look for his grave, his tomb, which I'm assuming would be here, but some of the paperwork is missing. So we're kind of hoping that his memorial will be at this end. There's one fallen down. I dare say that'll be stood up. It is looked after, this, by the War Graves Commission. 1916 to 1918. So Portugal actually came quite late into the war. There's an awful lot that says they're called Jow. He could be anywhere, to be fair. Unless that's it over there. There's a special one here. What I've just spotted. Oh, look at the shells marking the on the outside of the doorway. No, there's no name to that, I'm afraid. Jow, I can't remember now. Melda, something or other. What did he do? Was he a deserter or something? Or? I mean, generally, if they shot somebody to keep your soldier. He did what? Yeah, just says he was shot to show an example. Generally, if they shot people as an example, is to try and keep them in line. They were shot usually because they'd done something like, I don't know, possibly deserted or something like that, where, I mean, as I look at it now, shell shock and all of those things have to play a part. Things are not always what you see. Is another one. That's Jow. They're all called Jow. Jow Jose Perez. It's got a special marking. There's a few of that one. How strange that one look. It's Jow Afonso. I wonder if he's but anyway, this was like special permission, and I suppose they collected all the bodies from all over the front to bring them here. Okay, we're on our way to a third cemetery, but just one thing which is not really to do with the cemetery, but to do with the Portuguese.
At the roundabout,
There was a fella
exit onto Rue du Bois,
came over here in
heading to Richebourg,
1917 to fight, and he on leave behind the lines, he met a woman here from France, and that they were seeing each other, and that kind of thing. Anyway, at the end of the war, they were to go to Cherbourg to get a ferry to take them home, and he decided not to take the ferry home and stay here, and married the you ready? And married the woman. So he stayed here and married her. 15 kids he had.
We need to get a telly.
Yeah, it's just shouted he needed a telly. Yeah. It was just a little story that was on the board, so it wasn't so much about the war, more about somebody that came over here and found love, I suppose. This is where we're staying, Richebourg. Anyway, it's a bit of a cycle ride now, and we've got a bit of oh, it's not rain, it's that water off that bloody field again. We've got a bit of a cycle ride now, so we've got to go and do 5 or 6 kilometres, 7 kilometres, whatever it is, to our next Portugal Tourette, I think they call the cemetery, or a memorial, shall we say. It's more, I think it's what it's described as. I think it'll take us about 15 minutes or so. About 3.5k left, I think. What? No, this one. No. We're going to this one. The one that you said. No, it wasn't that one. It was this one, this road. Said we're going to the other one up there. So, well, no, we're going to the one that she pointed out originally. So anyway, early start tomorrow. Ferry. See if we can get on a ferry for about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Oh. Not going to that one either. There are loads and loads of cemeteries. You just couldn't get round them all. So couple of kilometres left. Whew. Oh. Cool. Wow, look at them tomatoes. They're belters, they are. I don't think you'll be able to see them. Biggest tomatoes I've ever seen. We've got them in the greenhouse. Kilometre, a tough one. Well, last kilometre now. Wow. Yeah, it's wind, isn't it? Christy said it just feels like it's uphill. Relentless, this wind. So you stop pedaling, you nearly stop. Nearly there. Oh. 500 metres. God, that wind though now. There it is, I think I just see it in front. Oh, I'll be ready for a stop when we get there. Ah, yuck. Oh. La Tourette Military Cemetery and Memorial. Just up here on the left, so another 300 metres.
In 200 metres, your destination will be on the left.
Something else I quite like is that every cemetery is different. They don't all follow the same design. I mean, the graves are. They're all the same.
Your destination is on the left.
Quite rightly so. But, anyway, there we go. Oh. Oh. La Tourette. Okay, let's have a little bit of a read about this particular cemetery. I won't read all of it, but the Tourette Memorial commemorates almost 13,400 British soldiers who were killed in this sector of the Western Front from the beginning of October 1914 till September 1915, who have no known grave. The memorial takes a loggia surrounding an open rectangular court. So the names of those will go around the outside. Also, it says, where have we got? Oh yeah, the cemetery, which is this part here, on there. The men of the Indian Corps began burying their fallen comrades at this site in November 1914, and the cemetery was used continually by field ambulances and fighting units until the German spring offensive began in March 1918. Richebourg was overrun by the German forces in April 1918, but the cemetery was used again in September and October after this territory was recaptured by the Allies. Today, over 900 Commonwealth servicemen who were killed during the First World War are buried here. So it's like a twofold thing. So we'll look at the cemetery first, and then we'll do the other. Now, it did say that the Indians were using this originally, so would be interesting to know, because of how people were treated at that time, of not being white and different ethnicity, all that kind of thing, if they're still here or were they removed. Now, I've noticed some of the gravestones are slightly different to normal. I mean, we'll just have a quick look around, but necessarily can't say I can really see any of those. There's I wonder if they were exhumed and placed down the road, about 4 or 5 miles down the road. I bet they were, because it did say at that cemetery that graves from all over, or should we say bodies from all over, were taken to that one location. It's kind of sad, really. I think they should be here. Don't think they should be anywhere different, but these are from the Black Watch. Quite a famous regiment. Just look at that. That is what? Military precision. You look at it that way, and then if you turn and look at it going this way, oh, now they're out. Now that's unusual, that, isn't it? They're usually bang in line.
Got you that one, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Oh, is he German? Alfred Geiler Musk. I think he must be. I think this is a German grave. Was a German and fought for the British, or I don't know. That is strange. It's a strange one, that one. I think generally the German graves are usually a different colour as well. I don't suppose they want him to stand out any more than anybody else. Wouldn't be fair. Yeah, their name never or evermore. Oh, it's more. Wilhelm Witt, Hermann Burke. Can't quite read that one. Do you know, there's one over there. I dare say it might be one or two others. I mean, they look like they're all well looked after, but these German ones, they're not touched. Yet these ones are. Now these, I don't necessarily know where they are, because it says known to be buried in this cemetery, is what it says on the top. So that they could be anywhere in here, and I'm presuming that's the same for those three Germans. However, they knew who the other one was, where he was, or where he is now. So, in a year, 1 year alone, these are the missing British. Just in 1 year here. I mean, it's hard to comprehend some regiments and things like that. It's kind of hard to comprehend just how many people and lives. I mean, and these are the missing. These are the people that couldn't be found. I mean, it's just crazy. In 1 year. We'll have a look in the middle of it in a second. I'll just do these 2 more there and there, and more and here. There. We'll have a look at the middle. I can't believe it. The names, they even go around here. Oh. I think whenever they say or they talk about it touched every family, you can see how. I mean, 1 year in this area and nobody knows or could find these people, the missing. Well, they did the one side of the wall, it goes up there, along here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It says this cemetery was close to the front line and was used by fighting units when it passed into German hands for 5 months. It contains the names of 890 British, 11 Canadian, or 9 Indian, 1 British West Indian and 4 German soldiers. Well, we found the 4 German ones. I didn't find the Indian ones, to be fair. Wow. Green line is the limit of the German advance. The black line, this is line after Allied encounter attack from November 1914 to July 1916. And these are gains, German gains in green, and in red are Allied gains. And that's when the war ended, where the line was there. Wow. Where we park the bikes, there's this here. It says, the land on which this cemetery stands is a free gift of the French people for the perpetual resting place of those of the Allied armies who fell in the war of 1914-1918 and are honoured here. And that will probably say the same. But these are regiments that are up on there. Okay, we're heading now into, or we're going to head for, I keep forgetting the name of the town, Richebourg, what do you call it? Richebourg. So we're going to head for there. There's a chapel that was built after the war there that's supposed to be worth a bit of a look, so that's what we're going to do. If it's open, we always forget that, don't we? If it's open. Turn left, right here.
Turn right onto Rue des Chavateurs.
That's it. Bit of a cycle through the villages. That wind's just swirling all around, so it's only... Hey? Yeah, Christy can smell a barbecue. We'll be barbecuing tomorrow. So, if that's what we're heading for. In the distance I can see a spire. We're actually heading about, which is looking now, just about 3k left to go, so I suppose it was about 3.5–4 kilometres, I'm guessing, to the church. Hey? No, with him? This name was just asking if we'd used the battery yet. I said no, I haven't. Not yet. Died a little bit, but he says as it starts blowing again, quite nice, some of these little villages.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Rue de l'Orbier, D170. Turn right onto Rue de l'Orbier, D170. In 500 meters, turn left onto Rue du Moulin-la-Voie, D166.
Not far now.
Turn left onto Rue du Moulin-la-Voie, D166. In 300 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Place du Général de Gaulle, D166.
Yeah, even Christine says I bet it's shut. But, yeah. Just get around this corner, this roundabout. Should be there.
Exit the roundabout onto Place du Général de Gaulle, then turn left onto Rue de l'Église. Turn left onto Rue de l'Église, then your destination will be on the right.
There we go.
Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, first. Okay. That, I think, is what it looked like before. The town. Here's a memorial to the French that died here. There's the church. Wow, this is the village. Okay, this is the village we've just been cycling through. Look at that. That's in 1919. So, all right, okay. Wow. How things have changed. Anyway, so it was built afterwards. It's quite a modern one. Christine's just gone in to have a look now. We'll wait for it to come out and we'll take a look. We'll have a little bit of a read of what it says. An interview with the Vicar of Septmont. I saw myself in this sector, Crayon, remembering many of the villages where we stayed. On this occasion, I alluded to this medal of the Virgin, noticed at my feet at a gathering of our unity in the vast courtyard of a house in Champagne, around the 15th to 16th September. I can't bother to read all that. It's a story of... no idea. Oh, okay. I will carry on reading it. I think it gets quite interesting. So, in Champagne, around the 15th, 16th September, I had at that time the reflex of picking it up, and I placed it in my left bandolier. About 2 months later, caught in a violent bombardment, I get a sudden shock that makes me turn around, and I immediately notice that the so-called left bandolier was torn by shrapnel. This incident instantly reminded me of the existence of this medal from Reims, and the wind's that... Well, hang on a minute, the wind is blowing that much, it's blowing my bike over. Let me just try and re-center it. There we go. Medal from Reims. This struck me as a strange coincidence and nothing more. I had the firm conviction of a few days after my arrival at the hospital of a real divine protection. And then it goes on to say, after 3 days of travel and suffering, we reached Incenau, welcomed into a large college transformed into a hospital. The next morning I was taken to the operating room and examined by 2 majors. During these 3 days of travel, the wound was infected with early gangrene. They saw no alternative but to amputate the arm. However, if the injury is located near the shoulder, with all the risks to be expected, they are risky to do a thorough cleaning by performing a large incision to allow the evacuation of pus. They passed rubber drains through the arm. I was saved. Other satisfaction, I was beautifully cared for by a young nurse, this very pretty and kind Mademoiselle Miaud, daughter of the station master in Isingo. So I think it's just somebody's story. Anyway, that's Richebourg, that's the cafe. I presume that must be the church. This is predecessor. Yeah. Wow, Richebourg in 1919. Ruins at L'Église in 1919. That's this area. Wow. I mean, I suppose if you think about it, just about everything got destroyed. Okay, we're going to have a look inside the church. Christine's already been in. Some pictures. Wow, I've done a good job with the stained glass windows. Oh, the bells and what they weigh here. So we've got Mary Antoinette 800 kilos, Mary Magdalene 1400, and Mary Therese 1000 kilos. That must be the bells that are here then. The stained glass windows are fantastic. Look at those. They're beautiful. Christine said there's a door, then when you go behind it, it all lights up. Find it. I feel guilty. Oh, I wonder if she means this area. Oh no, this is where I came. No, it wasn't where I came. Oh, this is what she means. Behind a door. What a nice village church. Onwards and upwards. We're heading for another cemetery now. So it's another mile away. Kilometre and a half. There's certainly a bloodbath in this area. I'm not sure whether this is a cemetery or a memorial. I think it's actually a memorial. This one.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Rue des Charbonniers. Turn right onto Rue des Charbonniers, then your destination will be on the left.
There we go. There it is.
Your destination is on the left.
That's it. Ooh. This is St Vast Post Military Cemetery. So this is St Vast Post. We'll go and have a little bit of a read over here, exactly what that is. So St Vast Post Military Cemetery, and it says the village of Richebourg was held by British forces from 1914, was overrun by the Germans. Yeah, we know about that. Spring Offensive. During the Battle of Richebourg, May 1915, British soldiers began burying their fallen comrades in an old orchard near a forward dressing station, which was located at the terminus of a trench tramway between the hamlet of Richebourg, St Vast and La Croix-Barbet. The cemetery was used by fighting units serving in the front line and field ambulances until July 1917, and is the final resting place of over 70 men of the South Downs Pals who were killed at the Battle of Boar's Head on the 30th of June 1916. In April and May 1918, the Germans buried 90 of their dead in the southeast end of the cemetery, and in September and October 1918, 18 British soldiers killed during the Allied advance were laid to rest in Plot 5. The cemetery also contains the graves of 50 men of the Indian Army who were killed in this sector in 1915. There are almost 800 soldiers of the First World War buried in this cemetery. So there's quite a few German ones that are in here as well. These ones that are usually out the way, there you go, believed to be buried in this cemetery. So I suppose with all the fighting and everything that goes on, you just don't know. I think Christine's been and filled the book in, which was just in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it seems strange. This, we've got some point in one direction here, and some the other. Maybe get a better look as we walk back. So we'll walk down to one end. Maybe you can get a bit more of what military precision is generally about. Oh, it's still there. Still a bit wonky, look. Still a bit wonky. Do you know, they're in line this way. There's one missing there. I wonder what happened there. This way, let's call that horizontal, they're perfect. This seems to be slightly out or wherever. And look at these apples. Yeah, here are our German comrades here. They're occupying pretty much this line and the line behind. There's one on his own here. Very strange. So they do say there are some Indian ones here. Oh, hang on a minute, here we go. That's a Gurkha, isn't it? Are they two cross things, Gurkhas? I know it's an English name, but he was an officer. Would that class as part of the Indian Army? I mean, the Gurkhas were listed on the don't know. I'm wondering, because these are pointing the other way, whether these ones are... Oh, these are more German. Oh, and there we go. There's the Indian ones. I don't know if you can see those. So they're here. I suppose it depends on which part of India they came from, on what it is, because it's as if it's written in 2 languages on each headstone. Well, 3: English, Arabic, and I don't know what the other one would be. These are our German comrades. Fourth Gurkha Rifles. You can see there's a Jew. There's a Jewish one. J. Levy. More German graves. I suppose it just goes to show how this land, which was an orchard, and it's got trees growing here now, which I think is fantastic. These apple trees. I think we've got a mixture here with British and German. Interesting. These are pears. Yeah, that's been good. That's 2. It's kind of been a bit different, the cemeteries that we've been to today, with the mixture of I'm saying all allies, as in we don't get the French, they have their own, but with the Raj, so Indian soldiers being here along with Germans that were here. That's nice. You always see that thing there, and it kind of makes me think, oh, There's a machine gun call out. It was 19, that fella. Fantastic.
66, then turn right onto Rue Suru.
We're going to have a look at another one. This is how close some of them are together. It's about nearly 2 kilometres away. So we're going to
turn right onto Rue Suru.
Do that one. It's just
continue on Rue Suru for 1 kilometre.
Just get round so many cemeteries that was on your bike within a matter of and looking at them within 2 or 3 hours. It does say inside all of the cemeteries in France that the land and everything is donated by the French people for the Allies. It's nice to see that the German graves are paid the same respect, although the 3 right at the back of the other cemetery is a little bit forgotten. Never mind.
In 200 metres, turn left onto Rue du Grand Chemin, D947.
We've got to go on the main road up here. It's not far. It is on the left, so
turn left onto Rue du Grand Chemin, D947, then your destination will be on the right.
I can cycle along. So, yeah, I can get on here. Or maybe I can't.
Your destination is on the right.
That's it. I'm going now. There we go. One here, which is Euston Post Cemetery. So Yeah, as Christine's just pointed out, it's a very little one, this one, so we'll have a quick look. I don't know whether there's a registry for here, possibly. Is there one? No, there's nothing for this one at all. It's the first one we've ever been to, and I've not been able to see things, so let's so far they're March 1915 or around there, so we've got March, February, so February and March of 1915. April, January, February, March. A couple of unknown graves. March. Well, now we've got a couple of different ones. But, 1914, a bit of a mix of what you've got. So these are all here within a year of each other. Like 1914, 1915, and again there's a German soldier as well. So must have been like a field hospital, possibly something like that. I don't know. I'll have a look. I've found a little bit. It says Euston Post was the name given to a strong point on the northeast side of the Estée Le Boissy. It also says that, let me have a look now, I've lost it now. Oh yeah, the reason why it was called Euston Post, it's due to a light railway made in the war and known as the London and North Western. So there was a little railway made here, which I suppose would have got troops from behind the lines to the front lines. And it was used for about a year. This proper headwind now. No. We're on our way to another cemetery. It's about 3.5 kilometres away. Headwind. I think Christy's picking them out random, so I'm zigzagging backwards and forwards. Anyway, this particular one has, I think it's got a mix of graves, New Zealand, Australian, British, all sorts. So, but we're going to see a grave, one in particular. So this one has got, I think if I get this right, I think he's a New Zealander, and I think he was 4 times Wimbledon champion, I think. Yeah, like Christine said, I can read it when I get there. However, it should be easier than when we were trying to find I can't remember that unknown, the person that they put in the best way to put it, they dumped him in the sea so he'd wash ashore, and the Germans would think we were going to invade through Greece, when actually we were going up through Sicily. His grave. So it should be easier than finding that, because it's a military one. So you can use the book, there'll be a register. She'll tell you exactly where he is. Allegedly. I think this is the last one we're doing. We're not doing any more, even though there are still a lot more in this area than what we've seen.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Rue des Charbonniers, D166.
We've got to go past, apparently.
Turn left onto Rue des Charbonniers, D166.
It's about, oh I know, 900 metres past the church or something.
Continue on D166 for 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah, like Christine just said, we've had a good workout today. Yeah. What? I can't hear you. This thing's had to stop for something. I was taking a photo of somebody's garden. I don't know. All right. Trying to ring me to tell me to stop. I heard a shout from the distance. He's back with us again now. Yeah. Christine's just checking that I'm recording. Back past the church again in a minute. Cool.
In 200 meters, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Rue du Moulin Lavoie, D166.
We've probably ridden past this one once. $4K. Kilometre. 1K. She nearly had heart failure then.
Exit the roundabout onto Rue du Moulin Lavoie. Continue on D166 for 800 meters.
Cool. Just fighting the wind all the time. Just Yeah. Gonna get a drink or an ice cream or something. Suitably refreshed. We had to stop there because we've both been gagging for a drink. We're drunk. 1.5 litres of juice between us today while we've been on the bikes, and then a big 1.25 litre bottle of Coke was just flattened. Anyway,
turn right onto Rue du Chemin, then your
here,
destination will be on the left.
It's pretty much in front of us. So this is the last one that we're going to.
Your destination is on the left.
Let's just put the bikes inside. Okay. I can't remember the name of the cemetery now.
I'll tell you what it is. It's that one. Oh no, that's not that one. It's that one.
Okay, it's Rue de Burcoat Military Cemetery. And we're looking for grave number
D30 something.
It's D, so it's in this line.
Hang on, it's D37.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Well, that can't be right. D37's here.
Can't we?
You sure it just said I didn't give any more than that? That's all it... Maybe it's not as easy as what we think it's going to be. There we are, I think we've got him here. Right, this fella, Captain A.F. Wilding, Royal Marines. So, I'll just wait for Christine to come back and I'll tell you a little bit about him. So we're only singling him out because of his achievements before the war. Well, can't be his achievements after it, can it? So he died 9th of May 1915. So we're just singling him out because he was quite a famous person before the war. Seems like every time we go to a thing that they used a lot of orchards for burying the dead. Okay, Captain Anthony Wilding, who died in action at Aubers Ridge. This New Zealander was world tennis #1 in 1911 and a Wimbledon champion. Anthony Wilding was one of the game's brightest stars, a four-time Wimbledon champion between 1910 and 1913, and 2 titles at the Australian Championship in 1906 and 1909. At the start of World War I, he joined the Royal Marines and served as a captain with the Royal Naval Armoured Car Division in the battlefields of France. On the 9th of May 1915, the battle at Aubers Ridge at Neuve-Chapelle, France, he was killed in action. He was 31. He was soon to marry Broadway star Maxine Elliott. So it was a famous thing. A famous tennis player. Four times Wimbledon champion. I think there's a mix of graves again in here. I don't know if there's any German ones. I didn't read that there was, although there could be. They're all such peaceful places. Remember that one there, that at least they knew his regiment, but they didn't know who he was, so I presume on his lapel it might have been beyond recognition, but obviously something he's carrying, his regimental, well, be his regimental badge, I should think, would say what regiment he was from. But it's been a good day today. I mean, so far the weather's held off. If we can just get it to hold off for another 15-20 minutes or so, and we hopefully will get back to where we're camping for the night. I'm presuming the 3 graves over there are, I don't know, maybe ones that say buried somewhere in this cemetery, but seem to get quite a lot of that. To the memory of, no.
Because they're young, 1918.
Look at these beauties on here. Look at them. Hey, I'm not going to pick them. Just doesn't seem right. It was like the apples as well. It just didn't seem right to take the fruit. That's been a good day. Okay, it's been a good day, that. Good day. It's about just over a mile to go back, to get back to the campsite. So we've been all around this area, I should say, this village. That wind again, it doesn't seem to matter which way you go, it just seems to keep changing direction. 1 or 2 minutes blowing in one direction and then 1 or 2 in another. Yeah, this village and a couple of others like Chapelle Nouveau, so we're all very close to each other. It's a shop we called out for our pop earlier. Hey? this one. Lots of butchers. I think this is a third or fourth time I've been down this road, and then past the church again.
In 200 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Place du Général de Gaulle, D166. Right onto Rue de la Briqueterie, then turn left to stay on Rue de la Briqueterie. Turn left to stay on Rue de la Briqueterie.
The wind hits you.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
There we go. I've lost this thing. What the bloody hell has she gone to now? Completely lost her. What were you doing? It's just, what do you say? I just thought of something. Oh, I had to nearly stop for you. We're nearly back now anyway.
You have arrived.
Yeah. In here, go around there, and then the bump. There's the water fill, if you want it. Grey water emptying, toilet emptying, and we just dropped ourselves on here, look. Hey? Oh, did you? Christine's just bit of tongue.